Hi everybody, welcome to the video. Thanks for being here. So today what I'm going to be doing is a little embellishment on two small canvases that I have here. This is definitely going to be some heavy, inspired by Mina Villegas video today. So a while back I did mixed up a bunch of paints using her recipe where she uses the heavy gel gloss and the Floetrol, and I mixed up some thicker paints than I'm really used to using normally, and I did a Wanderlust pour. You'll be seeing that video next week, I believe. But what I did initially was I did a tester. I mix up these paints. I'm like, these are way thicker than I'm normally used to using. Let me just test this on some small canvases, which I did. And few lessons learned. And but the upshot was the two small tester canvases, I kind of liked them. They just needed a little something. So I am going to take another page from her book, and she's been using recently some stencils and Piggies combined in Golden Glass Bead Gel, which I had actually seen Feral Art use and was very curious about them. And then I saw Mina use them, and I started to get a better idea of what these could offer. And I will be mixing my Piggies into the glass bead gel. So actually I did already mix some of them. I have sea glass. This one is emerald. And this one is twinkle. So the thing about twinkle is in my supply of Piggies, I have twinkle and I have Comet. And when all is said and done, they're basically white, but each of them has sort of a shift. But I've yet to really figure out what I think each one of them shifts to. But right now, as I stand here holding this twinkle, I see green. Every now and again, I also see purple. So maybe it's both, but I primarily see green. So I've got twinkle to be mixed with, to be working together with my emeralds and my sea glass. And then I'm going to add one more, which I'm going to quickly mix up here, which is Zues. So I have the canvases that I did with the initial Wanderlust. I did one, I filled a whole cup. I poured one canvas, but only used like about half the cup, as I realized that was too much paint. And then I grabbed another canvas and used the rest of the cup on the second one. So I have two fairly different pieces, but they both to me feel like underwater, water type scenes. So I'm going to put some stencils in the glass bead gel on these. And one of the stencils I'm going to put on is a starfish, and so I decided I'm going to do some Zues and maybe mix the twinkle and the Zues as I apply it to the stencil. So I'm going to quickly mix this up. The last time I watched her do glass bead gel, she's done two pieces with glass bead gel. If you haven't seen them, go over to her channel. It's pretty amazing. And the last time I recall, I feel like she just said she just mixes the Piggie directly into the gel. So I'm going to get a little gel. In my cup here. And when I get to the overhead camera, I will actually here. Let me actually just give you a little peek. Because this camera is recording. Well, it is now. Okay. So this is base glass beads in there, and I'm not sure, you know, how easily it's going to be for you to see them, but once the piece is done and everything's dried and sort of the gel gloss goes clear, you'll definitely see those glass beads at that point. So put a little of that in there, and then I'm going to put a little bit of my Zues in there. Definitely be ultra cautious when you're using these micas. A mask is usually best. We're going to do this pretty quickly. I just sort of fold it over to keep, like I don't want to, like you're folding egg whites to make meringue so that we don't get the powders flying any more than needs to be. And then once they're dampened down and they're not going to fly into the air, you can just start mixing. So the Zues here, I think, mixed with a little bit of, you know, applied together with the twinkle on our starfish, I think is going to look really cute. Just make sure it's well mixed. No, I don't have pigments in a big clump on my stick or anything. Oh, that's really cool. That's going to look so cool. Let me just get it in this camera here for you, and I'll switch to this for you to see. Cool. Okay, so now I am going to take you down to this view, and I'm going to just start applying these stencils, and I just think this is going to be fun. So here we go. We're going to open our couple of different mixtures of glass bead gel. And we're going to apply them to the different stencils. So I think I'm going to start up here, further away, so that I can work my way down the canvas to down here. So for this jellyfish, I think we're going to do the sea glass on the top area of the jellyfish. Me. So I'm going to combine a little bit of this darker green in with it. The emerald and the sea glass on the top of our little jellyfish. All right, and now I'm going to put for the little tendril areas and twinkle. I don't know if that's what they're called. I don't know if they're called tendrils. They're probably called stingers or something of that nature. No, I should know more about things like this. I guess I should do some research before I even a little stencil brings out conversation and questions. I should have a little working knowledge. Okay, so that is for that one. That looks cute. Well, I mean, it looks ridiculous now, but it's gonna look cute when I pull up the stencil. And then this fish, I'm definitely gonna do a bunch of sea glass, a bunch of emerald, and then some white. I'm thinking he's gonna have like a blue, a darker little middle area. still recording because I've had problems with that lately. I need to remember to tape all the way around my stencil so I don't do that. You hear the little crunching, that's the glass beads. It's so cool. It's so sort of fun and cool. Okay. So to finish off this canvas, I'm going to do the starfish. And I'm actually thinking about actually mixing both of these together. So, okay. Twinkle. Get a clean stick. Try not to do this. Touching this there, I should just get a clean stick. And I should maybe not toss it across the canvas. So I'm just going to mix a little twinkle in with my Zues. Just to lighten it a little, maybe a little more. Maybe I'll just leave it sort of marbled a little as opposed to fully mixed in. And then I'm going to do my little starfish here, and I'm just doing this one over here, so put that in there. Rotate around. I really have to remember to just, if I don't want it to get paint on it, it has to have tape on it. That should be my MO from now on, but I think we're okay. Okay, and so then this last one, I'm just trying to figure out. I think I might do little blue fish in the light blue with little twinkle bubbles, and then I'm gonna do these plants in the emerald, I think is what I want to do. So we're gonna make twinkle bubbles. Let's do twinkle bubbles. Our little fish are going to be sea glass. The stencil is hanging off the edge here because that's just how I wanted it to fall, so it's a little difficult because I keep pressing on it and it keeps bending, but I think it's going to look okay. I tried so hard to angle the camera in a way that you will see the most of this, but I have a feeling there's just no avoiding that sometimes my hand is just going to be in the way. So I apologize for that. Okay, so we're gonna let these set here for a couple of minutes. Obviously I'm not the fastest at this, so they've already been setting for a couple of minutes. At least the first one has. So I'm probably going to give it another 5 minutes or so. And then I will, you know, do a close-up shot. And then, of course, we'll return when it's dry and show it to you again as well. Okay, so see you in a few minutes for a close-up of it wet. So as far as pulling the tape off of these, it's just as you would think. You want to just, the tape is, you know, on there fairly loosely, except right around the edges of the stencil. So I just pick it up off the canvas area, just get it loose from everything, and then once all the pieces are loose, then I can lift it. And I think I'm going to lift it this way. All right, I'm going to take these off and then come in on the results. These came out so cute. There's our little fish guy. So see, you know, kind of the little beads in there. But here's our little fish with their little bubbles and our little grass. And then over here we have our starfish who looks great in the Zues. I'm glad I mixed up the Zues. And then we have our jellyfish up here, which kind of looks a little bit more to me like, you know, a cartoon spaceship. In fact, both these pieces are sort of, you know, whimsical. They're definitely great little pieces for a little beach bathroom or even a little kid's bathroom that's, you know, decorated with a beach theme. Over here, I think I might, the stencil I used for the jellyfish had 2 smaller jellyfish, and I might put 2 little smaller jellyfish just because it looks a little, they're kind of wide apart from each other. I might put 2 more before these are finalized. But I like them. I think they're cute, and this was a lot of fun. Okay, I want to talk a minute about the next project I'm going to do with glass bead gel. The other thing I plan to do with the glass bead gel is embellish this painting, which you may or may not have seen this video before. This was last month's Neat's Art Lab challenge. This was a ninja swipe. Well, I'm sorry. Check that. This was not the Art Lab challenge. This was my Art Lab challenge, which I so enjoyed doing, and I said I have to do that with a light green background. And for the most part, I absolutely love what I got here, except at the bottom, I had way too much puddled up paint, and it never leveled out and dried. And so I got a suggestion from a viewer, Just Janice. She has a channel. If you haven't checked her out, you totally need to. She does the coolest stuff. She has way more patience and stick-to-itiveness than I do, and it's worth it because everything she does pays off. It's beautiful. And so she suggested grass stencils, and I thought, well, and I have the glass bead gel, so that was a great idea, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to give that a try. And so I immediately went and ordered a couple more Piggies because I don't have any greens. So I got myself lily pad and asparagus, and then I also got this thing called grunge, which I think is neon. I mean, it looks kind of neon, doesn't it? And this one I think is opaque or semi-opaque. So I'm not entirely sure if this one will get used on this painting, because my idea is that I don't want to cover the bottom. I just want to mask the lumpiness of the bottom, make the texture look like it makes sense. So that's what I'm going to do. This doesn't seem to fit into my color scheme, to be used over here, but I have another idea for this one. Okay. So, oh, and the way I'm going to do it is I got myself some grass stencils. So that's the next glass bead gel slash Piggie slash stencil project. Okay. These are dry, and I'm kind of standing here with them because I have these big studio lights here, and I'm gonna just sort of move the canvas around to catch that glass bead, and of course the piggies in the light, and they are so shimmery. This little additional jellyfish that I added is not dry yet, but you can see the glass beads there in that first one and the shimmer of the piggies, and these are so fun. And then our gorgeous little starfish in Zues. And then we have the other one, the little fish friend. And he is cute. And, you know, that twinkle is definitely pulling purple again. So I don't know. I don't know. But I do love the texture that it adds, especially for this little fish, because I don't know, that little textured area just seems so appropriate that way. And then our little friends down here. I just love the glitter that both the glass beads and the piggies give to this. It just adds to the whimsy and the fun. And so that's it. And please let me know what you think of these pieces in the comments. This was just a tester for trying to learn to do the Wanderlust, and I just had a ton of fun embellishing it and making these pieces into something that I would keep. So thank you for being here. Come back and paint with me again. Come back next week for the large format Wanderlust that I did with the same colors.